Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic stream, guys, as we get ready for this Monday night showdown between the Raiders and the Chargers. And yeah, after the weather delay, we're actually about to get started now. So we have the kickoff on the way. And yeah, the Chargers will be the first team to get the ball on offense. So I'm expecting a big night from Justin Herbert and company. Really excited to see how they're going to look. And hey, this is a very important game right here. The winner of this one can very well have first place in the division. I know it's still early in the season, but hey, those are stuff that at the end of the year, you look back on games like this and say, man, I wish we would have won this, or what if we had won this game? So certainly both teams are going to be out here trying to come away with the W in this one. All right, so here we go. Let's get things started. Out of the shotgun formation, Austin Ekeler, he's motioning to the bottom of the screen. No backs in the backfield, two receivers at the top of the screen. Herbert takes a snap. He throws it, and it's caught by Keenan Allen. So Keenan Allen, he's been to the Pro Bowl 4 times for the Chargers. He's certainly someone that when he gets going, that's a great sign for the Chargers. But right off the gate, Justin Herbert gets a 7-yard completion, and so we'll see how that goes from there. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 5. He takes a snap, hands it to Austin Ekeler. He cuts up, gains 7 yards on the play. So that's going to set up a first down at the Chargers' 37-yard line. And I'm expecting to see a lot of points in this one from both teams. All right, 1st and 10. This time Herbert lines up upon the center. They put a tight end in motion. One back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. However, there's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be a false start. All right, so his first false start against the Chargers. That's going to move him back 5 yards. So now we're looking at a 1st and 15 at the Chargers' 32-yard line. All right, so after 1st and 15, let's see, Justin Herbert in the shotgun. They've got 4 receivers on the play. He takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it, and it's caught by Keenan Allen. That's going to be about 4 yards on the play. Azure Shack, what's good, man? Thank you so much for joining the stream. And so you say, what's up, guys? You say you saw the game got delayed a bit. Yeah. So that weather, that lightning definitely delayed the game, but glad we're able to get it on the way here. Justin Herbert in the shotgun. Looks like there's been some early movement, so they're going to stop the play. That looks like neutral zone infraction to me. Yep, that's going to be on Crosby. All right, so now we're looking at a 2nd and 6 situation from the Chargers' 41-yard line. But yeah, I've got a lot of fantasy football players invested in this game right here, so I'm certainly going to be rooting for the Chargers to have a lot of success. Herbert drops back. He's looking. He throws it. What a catch by Jared Cook. So Justin Herbert already coming out, and this time he hits Jared Cook for 22 yards, taking it to the Raiders' 37-yard line. So how about that? And Jared Cook, we remember what he's been able to do so far in this league, most recently with the Saints, and so he was picked up to replace Hunter Henry in the offseason, but what a play that was. 1st and 10, Herbert up under center. Receiver goes in motion, one back in the backfield. Herbert takes a snap. Fakes it to the back, end around to Griffin. And that's going to be a loss of, that's Guyton. And that's a loss of about 1 yard. Let's see, Ashak says, those iPhone alarms always make me jump, especially in the morning. Exactly. I've got so many alarms, it's hard to keep track of when they go off, but absolutely. All right, 2nd and 11. Herbert up under center. Raiders look like they're going to send 4, and they do. They hand it to the back. And look at those moves. He's on the run. all the way to the 20-yard line. And Ekeler, my goodness, looking explosive tonight. And right now, the Chargers offense is looking really good. I mean, look at that cut. Then makes the next guy miss. And from there, if he makes one more guy miss, that's a touchdown. And if he's going to run like this tonight, then look out. But I may have spoken too soon. It looks like he's hobbling a little bit on the sideline. We'll check that out. But Herbert in the shotgun. Throws it to the back out the backfield. This is Jackson. All right, about a good 6 yards, say 7 yards on that completion. Certainly hoping that, this is nothing to be concerned about for Austin Ekeler because he's very important to this team. All right, 2nd and 3. Herbert up under center. Receiver goes in motion. They've got 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. Hand it to the back, Jackson. He's running. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. They met him in the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 situation from the Raiders' 14-yard line. So big 3rd down in the game. Can the Raiders hold him to a field goal, or will the Chargers be able to get into the end zone and actually set the tone here on this drive? So 3rd and 4. And you best believe on a Monday night football game, I will continuously check my fantasy team. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen, takes a snap, looks, throws it to Jackson out the backfield, and Jackson gains about 7 yards. So 1st down for the Chargers at the Raiders' 7-yard line. I say keep throwing it with Justin Herbert. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Herbert up under center. You've got Williams at the bottom, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen at the top. But they hand it to Jackson, and he's met, no gain on the play. So the Raiders defense gets to stop there, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. All right, let's see. 2nd and goal at the 7. Herbert in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers at the top of the screen. 1 back in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And the back gains about 3 yards on the play. So now we're looking at about a 3rd and 4. They need 4 yards to get into the end zone here. Another key 3rd down. All right, so Herbert's in the shotgun. You've got 2 receivers at the top. This time the back motions out the backfield. Takes a snap. Raiders send 2, really. And it's caught in the end zone. And that's Parham with the touchdown. So just like that, on the first drive of the game, we have a touchdown for the Chargers, setting the tone for the rest of the night. What a play. What a play. All right, so we'll await the point after touchdown. Extra point is up, and it's good. So the Chargers get the first points on the first drive of the game. Justin Herbert, 6 of 6, 49 yards, and a touchdown in this one. What a performance. Let's see. Ashak says, great play. I got the Raiders in this one, so that doesn't help my prediction. I projected the Chargers to win 35-31, but I would not be surprised if the Raiders did win. But I'm hoping it's a high-scoring game. I was looking at my fantasy team in 2 of my leagues, and in 1 league, I've got Mike Williams, Jared Cook, I've got Justin Herbert, and I got Dan Carlson all playing tonight. I don't need too much from him, but the more the better. And then in the other league, I'm depending on Darren Waller to at least get about 2 receptions. That should do it in that league. So it's been a great week in fantasy football so far this week for me. I could win all 3 of my teams this week, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, what a drive that was. Justin Herbert, he was looking great. Eckler, he was looking fantastic until I hope that whatever it is he's on the sideline for, that it's nothing serious and that we'll get to see him return in that one because it's fun watching him run the ball. But hey, Justin Herbert, he's looking great. 6 of 6, 49 yards, touchdown. Absolutely fantastic. So tell me, Ashak, who do the Bears play next in this one? I forget who the Bears got coming up next. And I know you've got to be excited about basketball season. Don't know who to fight in the line I start off with in college hoops, but I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to, like, in basketball. I'm thinking like I'll probably be able to stream some of the tournaments that they have in college basketball from time to time, especially like Big Ten tournaments or Big Ten versus ACC. Just dedicate like a day or something like that to just go over college hoops, all that stuff. Let's see. Do you think that Ben could get benched? I don't think that Big Ben will get benched yet. I feel like in order for him to get benched, we may have to see the Steelers pretty close to being eliminated from the playoffs, and it's a little too early for that. But just because of his veteran leadership, and on the bench, if you put in Mason Rudolph, you'll probably get about the same type of production, most likely. So I don't think Big Ben gets benched, at least not yet. Is it possible? If I had to put a percentage out there, maybe there's a 20% chance, 20 to 30% chance at some point. I think he could be benched, but most likely I don't think so. All right, so we're going to get a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, brought down at the 30-yard line. So now we're going to get to see the Raiders offense, and I'm hoping the Raiders will come down and score as well. I want to see a great game in this one. Not a good one, not an okay game. I want to see a great game. And, man, the Raiders are one of the only 2 remaining teams that's currently undefeated right now in this one. Only team left in the AFC to have that honor. So I'm really looking forward to this one. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Carr up under center. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. He takes it, hands it to the back, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. And I believe that is it Josh Jacobs? Is he actually playing tonight? I just want the Raiders to get Darren Waller involved and help my fantasy team. That would be great. And so let's see. Out of the shotgun formation, you've got 2 receivers at the top. You see Henry Ruggs in the slot formation. Darren Waller's at the bottom. I said slot formation. In the slot, you see Darren Waller at the bottom. Carr takes a snap, hands it to the back. And Jacobs is met at the line. Yeah, that's going to be – they're going to give him a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from the Raiders' 33-yard line. And so Mike says, hey, Mike, thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Glad to have you here, Mike, for yet another stream. Glad to have you here. And so let's see, 3rd and 7 coming up. I feel like this first quarter since they started has been going pretty fast. We're already at the 6-minute, 40-second mark. Carr out the shotgun, takes a snap. Chargers send 4. He throws it, and it is dropped. It is dropped by Hunter Renfrow. So that's going to be 4th and 7, and the Raiders are going to have to punt after their first drive. I just hope to throw the ball to Darren Waller a couple times, and let's go ahead and help my fantasy football team out. Let's see. As Shaq says, then you got to think about is how much worse would Dwayne or Mason be than Ben? And so that's the question. Well, for Dwayne Haskins, he has to get the confidence of the coach. Meanwhile, we're going to have a return here all the way to about the 24-yard line of the Chargers. But yeah, when it comes to Dwayne Haskins, I don't think he has the full trust of the coaching staff yet, but I would love to see a former Ohio State Buckeye get another opportunity, especially with the talent that he'd have down there with the Steelers as well. I'd love to see that. Mason, when he got the start when Big Ben was out, the offense looked pretty conservative. It looks pretty conservative now. But I think if they're going to make a switch like that, it would be later in the season, way late in the season. You know how coaches love their veteran quarterbacks. I mean, you know that. All right, so after that first touchdown drive, Justin Herbert and company will get another opportunity, and let's see if they'll score again. I mean, the way that offense moved the ball, they were making some plays left and right. Made it look pretty easy. And, Mike, let me know who you got winning this game. I know we've talked about it before, but just a refresher. Let's see. Mike says, why was there a delay? Yeah, Mike, the delay was because there was lightning that was within I forget how many feet it has to be, but yeah, there was a lightning, so therefore they delayed it until the lightning had passed. So yeah, it was a lightning delay. So I was like, oh man, especially we're talking about a Monday night football game. It's already nighttime, then you push it back another 40 minutes, but I get it. So Mike says basic code, you got to make sure it's grounded, right? Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. And so, matter of fact, let me see something. I don't even know who this Thursday night matchup is going to be against coming up. Ooh, so this Thursday, we've got a good one for the next Thursday night football game, just looking ahead. We've got the Rams and the Seahawks for Thursday night football coming up. So talk about a good one. I agree, Mike. I agree. Meanwhile, Herbert with the play action fake. Herbert throws it. Incomplete. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 10 from the Chargers' 24-yard line after that incompletion. I'm hoping that he starts aiming for Mike Williams, son, for my fantasy team. I've got both of those guys, so it'd be nice to see that happen. All right, so Herbert up under center, motions the tight end, 2 receivers at the top of the screen. He takes it, hands it to the back. This time Ekeler's back in the game. That's a great sign. And he picks up about 5 yards on the play. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 5. All right, let's see. 3rd and 5. Herbert in the shotgun formation. No backs in the backfield. He's got 5 wide. Okay, so he motions it back. That's Ekeler. And there's a timeout. Raiders didn't like what they saw. So they're going to burn a timeout. Let's see. Mike says Big Ben unbeat the Bills, so you never know. And so, I mean, it's tough. It's just I still feel that right now at this moment, I feel Big Ben still gives them the best chance to win because of his experiences and leadership. If I'm going to start someone else, it's got to be the quarterback of the future. You know, it's kind of like when the last year we saw Eli Manning with the Giants, and then everybody got upset because they started Geno Smith and ruined Eli Manning's, starting streak. If the backup quarterback isn't the guy of the future, then you ride with that guy until you have that quarterback of the future. I don't think that Mason Rudolph is the quarterback of the future down there in Pittsburgh. And if he is, then expect that offense to be mediocre at best when it comes to passing the ball. But that's an entirely – we can talk about that at halftime for sure. All right, so Herbert out of the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking. Ball's deflected at the line. So now we've got fourth and 5 coming up. And the Chargers, they're going to have to punt the ball. All right, so 4th and 5. Let's see what this punts. Where does this punt end up at? Takes the punt. Oh, that was close. That was close. But what a bounce. All right, so that's going to be at the Raiders' 23-yard line. But what is this penalty about? Let's see. Referees are discussing. All right, no foul on the play is what they called. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. Make sure you press the thumbs up button for sure if you're watching the stream. If you're someone new, do consider subscribing to the channel as we do a lot of these play-by-plays as well as a lot of sports content on this channel. Let's see. Mike says, I forgot the score that I had. And so I know for mine, it was 35-31. And so I'm trying to remember, what did you say? Your score. I had the Chargers winning 35-31. I think you also had the Chargers winning, but I can't remember what your final score projection was. Or maybe you had the Raiders. Who knows? Oh, Mike says the Chargers will wipe the floor with the Raiders. So he's saying it won't even be close. Let's see. Ashak says the Steelers went from beating a top 4 team to the worst team in the league. And so that just goes to show the type of the talent that they have, like at the receiver position. They have the talent there. Now, I know last year they also led the league in like drop passes and stuff last year. So that doesn't help when you're dropping passes. And Big Ben clearly needs time in that pocket if he's going to do something. But, I mean, maybe it's just a schedule thing. You know, maybe they've just got a tough schedule starting off, and we'll see how things look towards the end of it. But when the Bengals beat them, I know a lot of people jumped off of the Steelers bandwagon on that one. And so, yeah, one of them. I see Mike says, that's what happens, Ash. We all get old. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Although it doesn't seem to be the case for Tom Brady, unfortunately. But everybody else, yeah. I see Mike says, did Schefter say that Herbert will be a Hall of Famer? He never won a playoff game yet. And so, you know, me and a friend of mine, we had like a very, very big debate in terms of just the credentials for a Hall of Famer and stuff, because he was more so along the lines talking about Super Bowl wins and stuff. And I was like, look, Super Bowls, you get your Super Bowl trophy for that. I'm more of what did you do statistically, stuff like that, you know, just because every situation is not the same. You think of a guy like Matthew Stafford, he finally went to a great team like the Rams, but before that, he was in Detroit for so long. I wouldn't penalize him for being with Detroit. I mean, there's just so many different scenarios. If he's a Hall of Famer, I think he's a Hall of Famer, you know, regardless. Now, Herbert's still young, too young to be having these conversations about when it comes to Herbert. He's still got his entire career to go, so we'll see. Let's see. Derek Carr up under center, takes a snap, play action fake. He's looking, and it's incomplete. He was going for Henfro again. Let's see. Ashak says it's crazy seeing Ben play like this. He definitely looks his age. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says I'm all about the Super Bowls. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a team sport, so I do take that into consideration. Shotgun formation. Let's see, 2nd and 10. Carr takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. And that's going to be completed. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Henry Ruggs III with the reception. And so, yeah, I mean, because if I think, let's see, like someone like Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, technically Super Bowl winning quarterback, you know, but I wouldn't, you know, go Hall of Fame off of that, you know, so stuff like that. All right, Derek Carr in the shotgun. Chargers look like they're showing blitz. And so Carr is trying to call out who's coming, trying to get the snap off, forced to call a timeout. And so the Raiders, they're burning through timeouts early in this one. Let's see. Mike says, JB was not in good way. I could not believe how good the Pats played. And so, I mean, when I did my projection before the season started, I projected that was going to be a trap game and all like that. I had people coming for me left and right. And I was like, look, last year, did the Jets not beat the Rams when the Rams were like one of the hottest teams at that time last year? I mean, stuff do happen, especially you got to look at the story within the story. A coach who's coached someone for 20 years, he knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses better than anybody. I mean, and then the talent that we do have on the Patriots team, we may not have those mega stars, but we got a lot of solid guys and some depth at those positions. So, I mean, I thought the Buccaneers would still win, but the fact that we had an opportunity to win and we let it go, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that one. Here we go, 3rd and 6. Carr in the shotgun. And the Chargers, they send 5. And they got to him. They got to him. The ball is out. And this is going to be Chargers football, it looks like. I'm thinking Chargers football. Let's see what the referees say. He says recovered by the offense. Well, they're going to say the offense got it. Letterwood, the rookie, he got beat bad. Their first-round pick from Alabama. And that's Bosa. People ask me all the time, is Joey Bosa really good? Well, we got to see it that time. Kick is on the way. We didn't get to see a return on that one. Let's see. Ashak says, I hope Herbert won't be like Stafford 2.0, where his team is constantly garbage and he suffers because of it. I wouldn't even compare him to Herbert. I'd probably say just Phillip Rivers throughout his time with the Chargers, because I was adamant that I thought that Phillip Rivers was the very definition of a Hall of Fame quarterback. And to me, I liked him better than Eli Manning. Now, maybe, just maybe, it's the thing that I have against Eli Manning and the Giants. Maybe that could be it. But in my eyes, from just if we take out the plays that I felt were lucky for Eli Manning and stuff like that, like in the Super Bowl, the fact that your team got hot, not necessarily have too much to do with him. I thought Phillip Rivers was just a better quarterback consistently than Eli. Eli had his ups, he had his downs, but Phillip Rivers was more so until the end where he started to really just, like age caught up to him. But during his younger time, oh yeah, I love me some Phillip Rivers. And so to me, Phillip Rivers is the definition of a Hall of Famer. Let's see. Mike says, how many Super Bowls did he win? Dilfer just had the one with Baltimore, to my knowledge. Just the one with Baltimore, unless he got one as a backup elsewhere. Just the one with Baltimore. Let's see. Mike says, Brady is falling off. Don't let Brady see it. Someone will show this stream to Brady just to fire him up. Just to fire him up. Let's see. Mike says, Stafford can be really good, but to me, no Super Bowl, no Hall of Fame. You said, let's see. Actually, give me a rundown on rookie quarterbacks. How did the Bears win? Let's see. Mike says Eli won 2 Super Bowls. That Hall of Fame so watered down. He got to get in. I mean, I get putting Eli in the Hall of Fame. It's just I feel that there are guys that personally, if I'm taking a quarterback, I would have taken him ahead of Eli. Especially if you switched his last name and he wasn't a Manning, then I think that, yeah, a couple of times he would have lost his starting job if he wasn't a Manning. That's how I look at it. You say, did Rivers ever get to a Super Bowl? Rivers did not get to the Super Bowl. His best chance came when the Chargers went 14-2, I think, or was it 15-1? I think it might have been 15-1. They had Marty Schottenheimer as head coach, and the Patriots went down there on the road, Rodney Harrison and company, Tom Brady, peak form, and they upset the Chargers in a close one. And so that was his best chance, honestly. Meanwhile, the Chargers handed to the receiver, And he's running. He's still running. He's still running all the way to the 40-yard line. Well, actually, 39-yard line of the Raiders. And so Guyton, again, with another big play here, this time for 21 yards. They set him in motion, handed to him, and he took care of the West. So now we've got a 1st and 10 here at the 39-yard line. They're in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers at the top and bottom of the screen. Herbert takes it. He's looking. He's sacked. Wow. What a sack. What a sack. There's nothing you can do about that if you're a quarterback, honestly. There is nothing you can do about that because he just flat out beat his guy. And so let's see. Mike says no Super Bowl, no Hall of Fame. Let's see. Mike says you made an argument for McNabb. Did he ever make it to the Super Bowl? McNabb at least made it to the Super Bowl. He did. Him back when T.O. was still with the Eagles as well, that one season as well, that first season, they made it to the Super Bowl that year together. All right, 2nd and 15. Herbert takes a snap. Herbert's going deep. No, incomplete. Incomplete. He was going to Guyton again. So here we go, 3rd and 15 from the Raiders' 44-yard line. They need 15 yards to get the first down. All right, so 3rd and 15, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Herbert's looking. He's looking. He's got time. He dumps it down to Jackson. Jackson tries to make a move. Gains about a good 4 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 4th down. What a stop by the Raiders. We're looking at a 4th and 12 from the Raiders' 41-yard line. All right, so they're going to punt the ball. Well, actually, they're going to fake it. Wow. Wow. Wow, I did not expect to see that. They would have caught me sleeping for sure on that one because I would not have expected to see that. They tried to go for it, but it didn't work with the fake punt. Wow. And we've got receivers out here tracking people, folks. Wow. Hunter Renfrow with the play. All right, so here we go. The Raiders about to get things started here. Shotgun formation. Josh Jacobs goes in motion. And there's a penalty. You get at least about 5 of those in the game from Alex Leatherwood, I feel like. Let's see. Ashak says Fields was great. 12 of 18, 1 pick, but it wasn't his fault. I would give Fields a B+ for that game. He was very accurate and hit the deep ball well. All right, so Carr out of the shotgun. Pass rush gets to him for the sack. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards on the sack. And that's Tillery. Let's see. Mike says, so, okay, Rivers good, but no Super Bowl. But McNabb really good, plus the key, the Super Bowl. So who gets the Hall of Fame? Let me ask you this, Mike. Do you think Barry Sanders is a Hall of Famer? You know, since Barry Sanders never even stepped foot in the Super Bowl, let me know if you think the great Barry Sanders is a Hall of Famer or not. Meanwhile, Derek Carr's looking. He throws it to Josh Jacobs. That's about a 2-yard pickup. 2-yard pickup. Because by these standards, that means Barry Sanders would not be a Hall of Famer by these standards, because Barry Sanders did not get to a Super Bowl. And in basketball, that means a guy like Tracy McGrady would not be a Hall of Famer. All those great guys. All right, here we go. 3rd and 22. Let's see. Out of the shotgun. Derek Carr takes a snap out of the shotgun. He's looking. Throws it to Renfro. He's got about a good 10 yards out of that. Raiders are going to have to punt the ball. I wish he would throw it to Darren Waller at least a couple times, help my fantasy team out. All right, here we go. 4th and 10. They're going to let the first quarter run out, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's see. I think. All right, so Mike says Fields must have got something with that famously bad offensive line. And so, I mean, when it comes to that game, I only saw the beginning of the game, and so I did see early on before David Montgomery went down with his injury. So, but yeah, I mean, it did look like Fields had a better game. But so I agree with what Adishak said about giving him a B+. From what I saw, I definitely seen some improvement in that game. He did look better than he's looked so far this season. So that was obviously an improvement right there. Let's see, Mike says, completely different standards for a running back position is clear stats. And so, okay. I got you now. So we give them different standards. And okay, I got you. So the quarterback, higher standards. I guess that makes sense. You know, they do have a bigger impact on the game. I'll give you that one. And so Barry may be the best running back ever. Absolutely. And so let's see. Mike says it's almost opposite because good teams do not lean heavy enough on a running back for them to become Hall of Fames. And so that's true. That's true. And so let's see. Mike says, take OJ the Juice. All they did was hand off. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. That is really true. That is really true. And so, well, yeah, I guess the rules would be different for running backs and stuff. It's just the quarterbacks are held to a higher standard. So absolutely understand that. So, yeah, the first quarter is in the books. And so, I mean, the Chargers, they came off to a hot start. But ever since that first drive, the defenses have been getting pressure on the quarterback, and both defenses have stepped up since then. All right, so here we go, 4th and 10. Let's see if the Raiders punt the ball here. All right, so punt's on the way. Let's see if we'll get a return. Fair catch assembled. So the Chargers will take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Let's see. Mike says quarterback is the leader. He gets the JP Lossman blame for all. Hey, that was rightfully the blame for JP Lossman, though. Meanwhile, Ekeler runs the ball, gains about 4 yards on the play. Call it 5. That's going to make it 2nd and 5 from the Chargers' 15-yard line. I think J.P. Lofton probably deserved that blame there. Him and Trent Edwards both. All right, so 2nd and 5. All right, out of the shotgun, you've got 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hands it to the back. And Ekeler falls forward for about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the Chargers' 18-yard line. All right, so out of the shotgun, you've got 3 receivers at the top. Takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to go deep. Oh, and he had Mike Williams. That would have been so big for the Chargers and so big for my fantasy football team, but he overthrew him. Overthrew him. All right, so the punt's on the way. Let's see if we'll get a return. All right, so Henfro gets the return. The 30, 35, 40, drugged out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So the Raiders will take over. There is a penalty. Yep, so that penalty attack on. Referees are discussing. They call face mask, so it was really horse collar, but we'll take it. All right, so now we've got a 1st and 10 at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, "Oh, JB, look who I just saw ready to go. I'm on the bench, not a Hall of Famer yet." I got one more name for you, Mike, that I'm going to ask you about in a second here. So Carr up under center, motions the fullback, hands it to Josh Jacobs, and Josh gains about 5 yards on the play. All right, so this person, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, I don't think he's ever made it to the Super Bowl, but he's, in my opinion, another guy that I would say very definition of a Hall of Famer at the quarterback position, and that is the great, awesome, historically great Warren Moon. And so tell me, Mike, are you opposed to him being in the Hall of Fame? Because no Super Bowl appearance. He's the quarterback, the leader. They hand it to the back. He gains 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the Chargers' 36-yard line. Third and 2. All right, let's see if they can get this first down. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Renfro in motion. They hand it to Josh Jacobs, and he's met at the line. He's going to actually lose a yard. So what a stop by the Chargers, 4th and 3. That defense has showed up. Okay, so here we go. The Raiders, they're going to try to go for it, it looks like. Out of the shotgun, okay. Will they throw it to Darren Waller? Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it short to Josh Jacobs. And, yeah, Jacobs unable to make a miss. So that's going to be a stop for the Chargers. Should I be concerned, guys, that they're not throwing it to Darren Waller? I mean, my fantasy football team, I just need Darren Waller to probably get maybe just 1 or 2 catches tonight. That's it. Don't leave me hanging there. Yeah, I'm starting to get worried here. Let's see. Mike says, Trent Edwards was very good at first until that Cardinals game. A safety named Adrian Wilson. Oh, wow. Knocked him in the next Sunday. He was never good again. Let's see. Mike says, not sure if any other position is Super Bowl dependent for Hall of Fame. I mean, when you are the quarterback, you do get the most responsibility. So it would make sense for the quarterback to be dependent, I guess, on that. I feel like if you're an elite talent, though, like generational type of game-changing talent, then, yeah, I can see the argument for that. Let's see, Mike says, MV Peterman licking his chops. Hey, he's like, if the offense won't get going, put me in, coach. Let's see, Mike says, Warren Moon is a legend. I'm going to allow it. So, okay, so we can have some exceptions. I'm happy with that. Let's see, Ashak says, the Chargers playing good so far. Oh, yeah, especially on defense. I really need both of these teams to start getting my guys the ball, though, for my fantasy team, though. Like, we're in the second quarter now. Don't want to press the panic button, but there's no reason why Darren Waller shouldn't have a reception before the half. No reason why. The Chargers playing good so far. Mike says, if they want turkey because Jacobs got stuffed. And so, let's see. Ashak says, Hunter should try linebacker after that hit. Hey, that was a good hit. Great recognition to see it coming. Great reaction, all of that. Because, I mean, if you're back in punt return, you're focused on that. So that took some quick reaction. Let's see, Mike says, there can be excellent, but you can't be an annual choke artist like Rivers. Absolutely. I mean, the standards for what they use for Hall of Fame right now, like it's very confusing at this point. I mean, they're going off of if you're a good guy or not, if you're a likable guy or not. Like those kind of stuff I can't agree with. All right, so you've got out of the shotgun formation, Herbert and company. Jared Cook goes in motion. 2 receivers at the bottom. Herbert takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Herbert's looking. Herbert throws it, and that's Ekeler. He's trying to make something happen, picks up about 5 yards in the play. So we're looking at the 2nd and 5 from the Chargers' 42-yard line. All right, 2nd and 5 out of the shotgun formation again. Receivers a bunch close to the line. They motion Keenan Allen, hand it to Jackson. He's going to lose some yards. He lost at least about 3-4 yards on the play. They try to get too creative. Let's see. Mike says Illinois smacked them 49ers. Now's the time to attack. If I'm the fighting the line, now's the time to attack. All right, so we've got a timeout called by the Chargers here on 3rd and 8. Like, I really just need them to come on and step up and help my fantasy team out. Mike Williams, he needs more than one target at this point in the game. Let's see. Mike says, let me ask you, is Cam Newton Hall of Famer? He got the Super Bowl appearance. And so, I mean, I would say no. I mean, for me, it wouldn't matter if he got a Super Bowl ring or not. I'd say that's a no. He had glimpses of an MVP season, but it wasn't consistent enough for my liking. So no, that's a hard no. No debate there. Let's see. Mike says, man, the coming week will be popcorn games everywhere. Papa John's game Monday night. Hey, after last Saturday's disappointment, Mike, we really got to hope that's the case. 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun. Got 2 receivers at the top. Herbert takes a snap. Raiders sending 4. He throws it. It's caught by Keenan Allen, but they're going to be well short of the first down. Going to be 4th and 3, and they're going to be looking to punt the ball. So I will say I did not expect the defenses to come out playing like this tonight. All right, so 4th and 3. All right, snap is good. Punt is up. Let's see if we'll get a return. Oh, he touched it, but it went out of bounds. Oh, that could have really changed things right there. Let's see, Mike says, so that's an example of other direction. Got the ability, but not constantly or consistently. So absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000% agree with you on that one, Mike. Absolutely. But yeah, so far this has turned into a bit more of a defensive game than I thought it was going to be. I mean, we do have the Chargers up 7-0 in this one. Let's see, Mike says, however, the Raiders guy, Plunkett or Rivers, 2 wins, and you're in. I don't care how garbage you are. Hey, the standards have really changed when it's come to the Hall of Fame. I will say that. And see, Mike says, if Peterman came in, I will order Papa John's now. They might put him in then. Someone might see that and say, we got to put him in, especially if that's one of their sponsors. But yeah, so far in this one, you've got Derek Carr. He's 4 of 6 for just 19 yards. Josh Jacobs, 5 carries, 10 yards right now. You look at the Chargers, Justin Herbert. He came out amazing on that first drive. He was 6 of 6 through that touchdown. But since then, he's right now 9 of 13, 62 yards. He still has that 1 touchdown. And running the ball, 5 carries for Austin Eckler. He's got 38 yards in this one. So both teams are really trying to get it going right now offensively in this one. And also make sure you guys press the thumbs up button. If you're someone new that's not subscribed, do consider subscribing to the channel as I'm getting that much more closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So certainly I'm hoping that we do reach that sometime soon, and definitely appreciate you guys so much on this journey. Yeah, I'm currently right now at 973. So, yeah, it would be great if by the end of this stream, if we can get that to about 980, that would be fantastic. So let's shoot for that. Let's see. Mike says, JB, if you feel like it, play GM, who you trade, what positions you draft for the Patriots. That's a good question, Mike. That's a very good question. If I'm playing GM for the Patriots right now and how we're constructed, I got to get a number 1 wide receiver. I've got to help my young quarterback out. He's got okay receivers. If we're talking about primetime Tom Brady from back in like 2007, 2008, 2009 Tom Brady, back then, yeah. But for right now, Mac Jones needs a number 1 target. Meanwhile, Derek Carr takes a snap, throws it, and it's caught. Could it be? No, it's not. It's not my guy. It's Henry Ruggs. Can we get Darren Waller the ball here? Gee, help my fantasy team out here. I don't need much. Just a couple passes here and there should be okay. Golly, how are we not throwing him the ball? Carr up under center. Takes a snap. Fakes it. He's looking. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. Going to Henry Ruggs when you should be going to Darren Waller. But yeah, back to the question. I definitely want to revamp that wide receiver position. I feel like that receiver position has not been strong really about more than 5 years ago, honestly. It really hasn't been strong at all. Even when we were winning Super Bowls, it did not seem like a position of strength to me. So I would rework that. The interior of the defensive line, if we can get back to the days where we had someone similar to a Vince Wilfork or something like that, and Richard Seymour, guys like that on the defensive line, the guys we got now, they fit the hybrid style, but we need some monsters in the middle. Carr throws the ball, And it's caught. Finally, Darren Waller. Finally, it's about time. Gee, it's about that time. Got to check my fantasy team and see if that was enough. Was it enough for me in this one league? Because I got 2 leagues that I'm watching right now. I got to wait for it to update, I guess. But there is a penalty I'm seeing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A Taunton call? That's what we're going to call? Are you serious? Really? That is the dumbest call. The dumbest call ever. It is what it is, though. It still counts towards my fantasy team. So my fantasy team in that league has the lead, so I should be good. Carr takes a snap, throws it. Kind of high, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. From the Raiders' 26-yard line. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Carr takes a snap. Blitz gets there. He throws it away. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 10. And that pass rush is getting there. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Carr in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. That's Renfro. Tries to get some yards after the catch. Only picks up 7 yards. Raiders will have to punt the ball. 4th and 3. Let's see. Back to the question, Mike. Let's see. Outside of addressing that defensive line, I want first-round picks in terms of on that defensive line. And we got to make sure that whoever's selecting these first-round picks, you know, it can't be Bill Belichick right now. It can't be Bill Belichick right now. He's missed on quite a few first-round picks in terms of on that defensive line. I would like to bulk up that defensive line, first of all, if I'm the GM for the Patriots, as well as the offensive line, get some better pass blockers as well. And you got to have some wide receivers. Got to. All right, we're going to get a return. That's Ashak says, low-scoring game so far. I am surprised. Yeah. Hey, these last couple of games have been very surprising. That's why I always say when I'm doing my projections, I always say, you know, like anything can happen. That's why you look at some of my projections before the season. It looks kind of crazy. Like you've got this team beating such and such when such and such is the better team. I'm like, look, by the time we get to that game, you know, I'm anticipating there's going to be some type of storyline that we're not paying attention to that takes place that helps this, you know, underdog team win the game. So absolutely. Let's see. Mike says Belichick is terrible at drafting. I mean, hey, he drafted Brady, right? 6th round as it may be, but a lot of teams didn't have Brady on their board or passed on him or something. So, I mean, he does hit on some. It's just when you miss on your draft picks, people remember the misses. But I mean, he hit on guys like Logan Mankins. You know, he does a really good job at drafting offensive linemen early in the draft. I will say that when it comes to Bill Belichick, that's one of his strengths. Linebackers as well, guys like Dante Hightower. You know, even going back some years to I can't remember his name for some reason. I'm upset that I can't remember his name. But he's done some great draft picks as well. He misses just about as much as the next person. But some positions, we can't let him draft. Wide receiver, I wouldn't let him draft until day 3 because he does a better job on day 3 than he does the first 2 days when it comes to drafting receivers and such. Mike says, did Baker buy the stadium? With all those commercials he be getting, he sure as heck can. He sure as heck can. Mike says, you think he was GM back then? Well, honestly, by then we've already won 3 Super Bowls by the time that we drafted most of those guys. You know, your Vince Wilforks of the rail, we drafted him for the 3rd Super Bowl in the first round. That panned out well. There was a time where he was hitting on those first-round picks and stuff like that. There was a time that he was getting those. So I would say, yeah, knowing Bill Belichick and his pride, I'm pretty sure he was. Hey, I'll keep him. I'll keep him. Mike says at Gilmore age, he was passive, fussy. I would move on. I would move on after this season because, like, I really think that a straight-up trade for him and, I don't know, someone like maybe OBJ or Michael Thomas, someone like that, I think that'd be a fair trade. Herbert fakes it to the back. He's looking. He throws it, and it's caught. Finally, Mike Williams. Finally. I like what I'm seeing. Mike Williams. Just checking my fantasy team here. All right, keep that up and good things will happen. Let's see. Mike says, no for Brady. Was he GM? I'll touch on that in a second, Mike. Let's see. Herbert up under center. Takes it. Hands it to Eckler. And that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. Loss of 2 yards on the play. And then we have a penalty. Face mask on the defense. That's Clinton Farrell, the ex-Clemson Tiger. All right, so that's going to be a 1st and 10. All right, Herbert up under center. All the receivers are bunched close to the line of scrimmage. They motion the fullback. One back in the backfield. Hands it to the back. And Eckler gains about a good 8 yards on the play. Let's see. Mike says, no for Brady. Was he the GM? Mike, even though he wasn't the GM, there was a couple decisions that I think that Belichick did that most coaches wouldn't have did. Because I do think that when it comes down to which quarterback he opted for, he did take some interest in Brady, despite the fact that most coaches would have been like, why would I want a quarterback that got benched at the college level? And so I think that at that time, he probably assumed like, hey, this Brady guy's better than the 6th round, grade or whatever. Obviously, I don't think he was a 1st, 2nd, 3rd round pick or nothing like that. But I think he did have input, probably not the GM. But the fact that they had 4 quarterbacks and they were supposed to cut Brady, but he opted not to cut Brady because he saw something. That's not a move a GM would make right there. That's a move that the coach says, keep this Brady guy. I like him on the team. We can definitely use him in the future. And then sticking with him over Drew Bledsoe, it's another move that comes down to Bill Belichick over the coach. I think any other coach in the league probably doesn't give Brady the opportunity to become what he is today. And so that's what I'm thinking. I think it took a while before Brady became the Brady that we all saw today. It took a while before he reached that point, but Bill Belichick enabled him to do that. All right, so here we go. Herbert up under center. Fakes it to the back. He throws it, and it's caught. And he's got some room to rumble all the way to about the 12-yard line. So here we go. The Chargers cranking up the offense again. I think one passing touchdown might can help my fantasy team take the lead that I need to have in this one. And so you said, okay, did I read Dalton to start? Explain. It's very well possible. It's because I know that Dalton was getting closer and closer to being healthy. And so the moment that Andy Dalton is healthy, he's going to be the starting quarterback because Matt Nagy wants Andy Dalton out there at quarterback. Hands it to the back on this play. Gain of about a good 2 yards on the play. Yeah, Matt Nagy has been saying it after every press conference, after every win, loss, whatever. He's been saying that Andy Dalton is his starting quarterback, and that hasn't changed. And so the moment that Andy Dalton's good to go, they're going to reinsert him back into the starting lineup, and Andy Dalton should be close to returning. So I would not be surprised if he actually goes out there and starts this next game. I think it was close. It came down to the wire this past time. They went with Justin Fields against Detroit, but he should be good enough to the point to where Andy Dalton should be returning. 2nd and 8. They've got one receiver at the top of the screen. Herbert's looking. Herbert throws it to the back. That's Jackson. And, yeah, Jackson stuffed by 2 defenders. Now we're looking at a 3rd and 8. Oh, come on, Herbert. If we can just throw a touchdown pass here, either to Mike Williams or to Jared Cook, that'll help my fantasy team tremendously. Let's see, 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Herbert's looking. Herbert throws it in the end zone. And it's caught by Jared Cook. Jared Cook in the end zone. How about that, guys? How about that? Justin Herbert for touchdown number 2 for him in this game. And, yep, I've definitely got the win in that fantasy league. So that makes me 3-0 in fantasy football this week. All right, so the extra point is going to be on the way. Extra point is good. So that's about 6 plays, about 80 yards for the touchdown for the Chargers on that possession. What a play. All right, so it's about time for the Raiders to respond in this one. If they can respond and get a touchdown, we'll have that game that we all envisioned. But we definitely want to see them try to score some points here before the half. Let's see, Mike says, it all happened quick. Brady walked on the field, studied the Rams practice, won the Super Bowl, Bledsoe and Limbo in Buffalo. Hey, how did you feel about Drew Bledsoe when he was a Buffalo Bill? How did you feel about him? And not only him, Lawyer Malloy as well. How did you feel about those guys when you first saw your Bills acquire them? I mean, Buffalo was taking so many people. I'm surprised they didn't reach out for Bill Parcells back then. But yeah, so far in this one, Justin Herbert, 13 of 17, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns here in the first half. You got Austin Ekeler. He's got 7 carries for 48 yards. And then you look at the Raiders, Derek Carr, so far 7 to 12, 52 yards. Josh Jacobs, they haven't really been able to get him going yet. 5 carries for 10 yards. Let's see. But yeah, just a reminder, guys, to make sure that we are pressing the thumbs up button for this video. I appreciate you guys and all the support here. And if you're someone that's watching maybe for the first time, maybe you're new, definitely do make sure that you guys do subscribe to the channel. You know, definitely getting a lot closer to that 1,000 mark. And I'm very appreciative for you guys and all the help along the way. So, Mike, tell me, what is your honest projection for Buffalo in terms of just the rest of the way? What record are they going to finish with? And do you think that this is the year that Buffalo will actually get a Super Bowl win? You know, we're going to put you on the spot here, Mike. Definitely let me know, is this the year that Buffalo gets their Super Bowl? All right, so the kickoff is on the way, and we're going to get a return. And that is Peyton Barber. Takes it to about the 22-yard line. There is a flag, however. I'm sorry, that's Kenyon Drake. So the holding call against the Raiders, that's going to move them back. Oh, wow. Is that really all the yards they have tonight? Just 40? My goodness. But the Raiders, they're no strangers to making comeback. As they mentioned, they've trailed every game this season at some point. They hand it to the back. Gains about 5 yards up the middle. Josh Jacobs. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Let's see. Carr in the shotgun. Receivers bunched up. One receiver at the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And Josh Jacobs gains about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And we still got about 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second quarter before the half. All right, Carr up under center. Henry Ruggs in motion. Takes a snap. Hands it to the up back. And he gains probably just enough for the first. 1 yard. So it's going to be a first down for the Raiders. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Carr in the shotgun. You've got Henry Ruggs motion to the top of the screen. Oh, we've got the play under review. So the booth doesn't want to give anything to the Raiders tonight. They're going to review that play and see if it was a first down. Let's see. Ooh, that might actually be a good challenge. All right, let's see. Where am I? So Mike says, what you not know, he say Pegasus are on top of the top richest owners. Money is no option. He bought Bill for fun for his wife. Let's see. Mike says Ralph Wilson was an OG. They were like, do you want to invest in this thing called NFL? Just give us your 10 grand life savings. And so Mike says Ralph lived in Lions and the team was worth 900 mil. Any money he could skimp and sell seats was profit. So that's what that was all about. Gotcha. And so 80s horror fan, thank you so much for joining the stream. Glad to have you here with us. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a surprising 14-0. You know, I mean, it's like we said earlier, you know, that lightning signing, I guess that meant that it was going to be all Chargers tonight. Absolutely. But I guess this is just really impressive right now for the Chargers defense, because this is a Raiders offense that's been having a rate averaging about 410 yards a game. And right now they've only got like less than 50 right now. So, yeah, Chargers defense is showing up in this one. You see, Mike says, OJ said after his contract, he told Ralph, I will get you to the Super Bowl. Ralph said, Juice, no Super Bowl. I don't want to give everyone raises. That's funny. That's funny. Mike said, so Ralph would invest in one good player and prop them. So Bledsoe was a huge upgrade from quarterback of the past years. Who was the quarterback for Buffalo prior to Drew Bledsoe? Like prior to Drew, I may have forgotten who was the quarterback before him. Was it Doug Flutie? I may have forgotten who was the quarterback before Drew Bledsoe. I see Mike says, did I say life in Lions? I meant Detroit. Gotcha. All right, so that call is overturned. So that's a big overturn now, because now we're looking at a 4th and 1, and there's no way that even the Raiders would take that risk and go for it. So, yeah, they're going to have to punt that ball. John Gruden is not happy. All right, so the punt is on the way. Nice, clean punt. Let's see if we get a return. No return on that one, so the Chargers will take over at their own 31-yard line. Let's see. 80 Sora fan says, is JB going to get fired up for the challenge? Not this challenge. Not this challenge. And so Mike says the real story about the Jews. Let's see. 80 Sora fan says, Mike and JB, are you guys bolting up? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we both got the Chargers winning. Mike said it's going to be not even close. Meanwhile, Herbert throws it, completed to Allen. That's about a good 2-yard completion there. That's going to be 2nd and 8 from the Chargers' 33-yard line. Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated players in the league. When he gets going, my goodness, I'd hate to have to cover him. Second and 8. Herbert in the shotgun. Motions Jared Cook. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. He's looking. Herbert throws it. It's caught. And that's Austin Ekeler with the first down. So we've got a 1st and 10 at the Chargers 42-yard line, and now the 2-minute warning. So it's been all Chargers so far in this one. Let's see. Mike says he got his spikes 1 year. Let's see. Mike says Jim Kelly to 96. Good old Jim Kelly. Let's see. Todd Collins out of Michigan. Okay. I remember Todd Collins briefly, just briefly. Let's see. Doug Flutie. Of course, the great Doug Flutie. I remember that drop kick that he used to do with the Patriots when we put him in. I think the last game that he played in for us, it was an extra point attempt, and so we put him in to do that whole drop kick it off the ground for the extra point thing. And yeah, that's the last time I've seen that in the NFL, to my knowledge, that I've seen it been done. So absolutely. Rob Johnson, another one. Some classics here. Let's see. 80 Sword fan says that one playoff game, they should have started Doug Flutie in Buffalo, didn't, and lost. And so absolutely. Let's see. Mike says Billy Joe Herbert was did not read playbooks. Good old Alex Van Pelt. And then Drew Bledsoe. Okay, bet. Let's see. Mike says 2003 blowout open game. Patriots 2004 Ricky Lossman. And so, okay, we get a nice history lesson here of the Buffalo Bills and their quarterbacks throughout. But yeah, I remember that 2003 opening game blowout, and then to avenge that one at the end of the season. Many great memories. And so Mike agrees. Let's see. But yeah, just looking at the way this game has gone so far, you would think that the Raiders barely even had a chance to run any offenses, because it's been all Chargers so far in this one. Let's see. I'll get to that question in a second. Herbert hands it off to the back, and that's Austin Ekeler, and he's got the first down. He's got some juice to his step tonight. That's 11 yards there. Takes it all the way to the Raiders' 47-yard line. Caught him sleeping. All right, so out of the shotgun formation, a receiver at the top of the screen, two receivers at the bottom. Herbert takes a snap. He's looking, steps up, throws it. Ugly-looking pass. Incomplete. May have been tipped, I'm guessing. Let's see. Did it? Oh, his arm got hit. Okay. Let's see. Do I think the Trailblazers will miss the playoffs this season? I don't think they'll miss the playoffs this season. I mean, unless a major trade goes down, I don't think they'll miss the playoffs this season. Let's see. 2nd and 10. Herbert takes a snap. Oh, man, that pass rush got there quick, but he was able to deliver the pass and still get 4 yards to Jared Cook. But, yeah, that pass rush was back there immediately. Let's see. Mike says, so to bring in Lawyer, that was a big surge for us. I mean, you can imagine the shock of Patriot fans back then to see him get released so close to the season. But that's Bill Belichick for you. 3rd and 6 out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Herbert's looking. He throws it. And it's caught. That's going to be a first down. And, of course, who other than Keenan Allen with the reception? All right, so they got the hurry-up offense going. 2 receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. Out of the shotgun, 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. Takes a snap. He's looking. Raiders send 4. He throws it. It's caught. Tries to make a move. He does, and he gets the first down. Takes it all the way to the 23-yard line of the Raiders. 52 seconds left to go in the half. Chargers got 2 timeouts, but there's no need to burn it right now. Let that clock keep ticking as well. Takes the snap. They're looking. Steps up. He throws it, and it's caught by Guyton. All right, so now they've burned that timeout, leaving them 33 seconds on the clock. Let's see. 80 Swerve fan says, Drew earned that 2001 ring. I would say he helped when Tom went down in that one playoff game. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Drew was a huge role there because, I mean, not many quarterbacks would have been able to handle that situation the way that Drew Bledsoe did. Not just, obviously coming in for the game against the Steelers in the AFC Championship game and winning that, but also just the road helping Tom Brady, prepare and just being supportive in a way that us as fans, we don't really get to see that aspect of the game. But it meant a lot to Tom to have the support of Drew Bledsoe, even though Drew know that he lost his job to that kid. So definitely. All right, so Herbert out the shotgun, throws it, and it's caught for a touchdown. Austin Ekeler. So wow, Mike, I got to hand it to you, Mike. You called it, and you may very well be right. Chargers may run away with this one. What a play. Wow. Well, I don't have to worry about that fantasy team. I can use a couple more receptions for Darren Waller, though, but what a great night for me in fantasy football. Let's see, Mike says, Lossman to Edwards to Fitz to EJ to Tyrod, then to Allen. So, yeah. Good old EJ Manuel. Let's see, Mike says, JB, can we get a halftime college preview? Yeah, we sure can. That's actually not a bad idea. Absolutely. We will get that college football preview going at the half. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and set things up now. Let's see, because I know we've got some good ones coming up. All right, let's see. All right, bet. Got that set up. And so All right, so you agree with Mike? Nice. And yeah, 21-0. I mean, wow. If the Raiders plan on making this another comeback like they've done all season long, this would by far be the biggest one. But I mean, I had a feeling coming into this game the Chargers would win. I thought it'd be more of a fight. But and of course, we still got the whole second half to go. So by no means is it over yet. But hey, I mean, these Chargers, they understand what this means if they can win this game. Meanwhile, the return all the way to about the 30-yard line. Come on, just throw one ball to Darren Waller. Just feed him one time. All right, so out of the shotgun, Carr takes a snap. He's looking, throws it, and it's tipped. Lucky that wasn't picked off. That might be a sign they just need to go ahead and run the ball. Let's go to the half. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 10. All right, so Carr in a shotgun takes a snap, hands it to the back, but they're going to stop the play. So that means someone jumped on the offensive line. If I had to bet money, I say it was Alex Leatherwood. Number 70. That's Alex My goodness, Leatherwood. I told you guys earlier, he gets about 5 of these a game. Like, how could you tell me that you play for a Nick Saban coach team, but you got no discipline? Like, this is an every game occurrence. Like, he's responsible for probably about 80% of those penalty yards every game. Hands it to the back. He picks up maybe about a yard or two. Yeah, not a bad call, Gruden. Just take this to the half. Just take this to the half. So there we go at the half. We got this. So far, it's been everything Chargers. Chargers up 21-0. Justin Herbert, 20 of 25, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So there you have it. At the half, Chargers up 21-0. Let's go ahead and get through some more of these comments here. Let's see. Mike says, stop playing around. We want MV Peterman. MV Peterman. Hey, if he keeps playing like this, there's a possibility. It's a possibility. Let's see. Mike says the Bills' deficiencies did not go anywhere. They may only lose 2 or 3, but come playoffs, they will get thrown out on the bad seconds and average running backs. So, okay, so you're saying they'll lose about 2 or 3, but come playoff times, you're saying that they'll get thrown out. And so it all comes down to matchups. I will say this, though. Going down to Buffalo, especially if you're a team that's not used to playing in the cold and you have to go down to Buffalo, that's a major home field advantage in Buffalo come playoff time. But we'll have to see how the season goes. It's a long way from being able to speculate in terms of the actual how they'll perform in the playoffs. But 2 or 3 games losses, I could definitely see that being for Buffalo in the AFC this year. Let's see. Derek Carr. Is he an elite quarterback? There are different opinions across the league. For me, if I'm going to say you're an elite quarterback, that means I see it from you each and every year, and I've at least seen it about a good 3 years in a row at an extremely high level. Straight consistency. I have not seen that from Derek Carr consistently 3 years in a row. So I will say no. My personal opinion, no. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's borderline great, but I don't think he's elite. Let's see. Mike says, I'm going to start dialing Papa, not JB. Let's see. 80 Swerve fan says Joe Ferguson was a tough as nails Bills quarterback. And so absolutely in them playoffs, absolutely. And so Mike says Ferguson was playoff good. So there you have it. And of course, let's go ahead and as Mike requested, discuss some of the college football games while we have some time, at the half to discuss some of the previews for these upcoming games. And so let's see. I'll just go down the list of how they have it for week 6. I can't believe now we have like week 6 already for college football. It feels like just yesterday we was getting ready for the first week of college football, and here we are already preparing for week 6. Crazy how fast time is flying right now. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, now's the time to do it. Because by the time they get here, it'll be time for the start of the third quarter. So now's the time to do it. All right, let's see. So some college football. Here we go. All right, so first up, they have on Thursday, October 7th, you've got Coastal Carolina, number 15 ranked versus Arkansas State. I expect Coastal Carolina to coast their way through this one. Don't expect for this one to be a close game at all. So I've got Coastal Carolina winning that one. I'll give you guys a second to tell me if you guys agree with that or who you guys have for that one. I think that's how we'll play it from here. But I guess you guys can still comment it and stuff while I continue to go through it. So, all right. So Temple versus number 5 Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati for the win. Don't know how pretty it'll be, but for sure Cincinnati will win, especially coming off that big win that they had against Notre Dame. I was really happy for Cincinnati to get that win. So we'll see how they do moving forward, but I'm excited for them the rest of the way. As last year, I felt like they were slighted last year just because obviously Cincinnati, that's not as big a name. And I think the committee tries to play it absolutely safe when it comes to the college football playoffs. They want to have the biggest names in the college football playoffs. Not necessarily always going to mean the best teams, but they're afraid because the couple of times that they did venture away from putting the top team or putting the teams that have the biggest brand and stuff in the college football playoffs, they got embarrassed. I think it was one year they put Michigan State in there. I think it was the second year that they had college football playoffs. They put Michigan State in over a one-loss Ohio State team, and Michigan State got embarrassed badly. I don't think the committee has taken a chance on the team since that game. That wasn't one of the big-time teams, programs that's always at the top. Let's see, Temple versus, I already said Cincinnati. Okay, Stanford coming fresh off of their win that they beat Oregon. Didn't see that one coming, but probably should have been on my radar, at least for a potential upset, because Stanford, they're a good team. And they're going to be going against Arizona State, that's ranked 22. This one could go either way, but I want to see if Stanford can follow up that win. So I'm going to go Stanford, even though they're on the road at Arizona State. I'm going to go Stanford on a Friday game at 10:30. It's going to be a late game. A lot of people are going to be on a Friday, going to be out partying, but those guys, they're going to be putting in work. I got Stanford beating Arizona State in that one. All right, so next up, Maryland at number 7, Ohio State. And so, yeah, I've got the Ohio State Buckeyes winning that one. No surprise there. If I had to guess a score, I probably would go Ohio State 56, Maryland probably 21. I think they probably score about 21 points in that defense. So about 56 to 21. All right, so here's a good one. And right now, I haven't decided which game I'm going to stream for sure. But you know what? I think I've made up my mind. This will be the game that I plan on streaming Saturday. Oklahoma versus Texas. Number 6, Oklahoma versus 21, Texas. Throw rankings out the door. This rivalry is always a good one. It's always a good one, you know. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this game ends up going to 3 overtimes, honestly. You've got Oklahoma. We all know about their quarterback. What is he going to be able to do against this Texas team? Texas has shown me this year that they have the top 15 caliber team, in my opinion, but it depends on what team they bring out there. Because sometimes if they're not as motivated, they'll come out and look like an unranked team. But if they're motivated, they'll come out and look like a top 15 ranked team. I think down in Texas, Oklahoma's been so close to losing so many games. I think Texas beats Oklahoma this weekend. So I'm going to go Texas Longhorns to beat Oklahoma in that one. Matter of fact, it might even be it could potentially be by 2 scores. I'll go that far. I know this game is usually a close one, but it could be 2 scores. Texas over Oklahoma. And so I'll go ahead and stop there and catch up on some of what you guys are saying right now. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Mike says Coastal Carolina win big. Okay, agree with that. And so Mike says Cincinnati wins big. Okay. Let's see. 84 fan says Cincy all the way. And so, yeah. And so Stanford, yep, that was a game. I also got Stanford as well. Even though I think Arizona State's a good team, but Stanford, I think they're probably playing their best football right now. So to follow up on that upset they had over the Oregon Ducks would be huge for that program. And so Mike says Ohio State crush. And so, yeah, they will crush Maryland. They will crush Maryland. And so Mike says Oklahoma beat big. And so, Mike says Oklahoma wins big. And so 80s Horror fan says Oklahoma wins. Come on, JB. Oklahoma started off ranked number 2 in the nation, and they're ranked number 6 right now. Do you know why? It's not because they lost a game. No, it's because they should have lost every single game they stepped on the field with somebody. It doesn't matter if we're talking Tulsa. Doesn't matter if we're talking West Virginia. Everybody has played this team to the T because they got no defense. That's why it's like that. They've got no defense, and those teams should not have even been remotely close to Oklahoma. No offense to those teams. It should not have been that close. And so now you're telling me a team like Texas, in which we know it's a rivalry game, and that Texas is going to be up for Oklahoma, same vice versa. Give me Texas in this one. Give me Texas in this one. All right. So, yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. So Vanderbilt versus Florida. Florida wins, no question. Florida's going to avenge themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if Florida scores 70 points in that game. It's going to be ugly. Florida over Vanderbilt. Not even close. Let's see. We've got a comment here. Let's see. Eddie Sorfan says should have lost every game. He says scoreboard. All right, let's pull up the scoreboard for Oklahoma this year. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's look at Oklahoma's schedule real quick. Let's see. All right, are we ready for this? All right. So, come on. I don't know why it would show me 20. Don't show me 2019. Show me the more recent ones. All right, here we go. So, all right, with the exception of one game, I'm guessing. All right, so they started off the year against Tulane. Tulane, they're not a top 25 team. They're not remotely close to that, but they're still a good program. But still, Oklahoma beat Tulane to start off the season 40-35. 40-35. So the defense gave up 35 points. They barely beat Tulane at home, at Oklahoma, 40-35. But they recovered nicely, and they beat UCU. I don't know who WCU is. I can't even say their name right now because I have no idea who that program is. But Oklahoma beat them 76-0. Good for them. But then the following week against Nebraska, they barely beat Nebraska. It was one possession, 23-16. That's 7 points. You should not be barely beating a team like Nebraska when you're at home again. And then West Virginia, 16-13. They beat West Virginia 16-13. West Virginia's not ranked. This is not a game that they should have had been a 3-point game. It should have at least been a 2-touchdown game at the minimum. But they barely won 16-13. And then last week against Kansas State, they barely beat Kansas State 37-31. Kansas State should have won that one. Shame on them. Same as West Virginia. Both of those two teams made mistakes in the end that cost them an opportunity to beat Oklahoma. They should have won those games. So you cannot blame me for doubting Oklahoma at this point of the season. That's why they're no longer ranked number 2 in the country, and that's why they're ranked number 6, because Oklahoma, they're looking a lot closer like Choklahoma. And I think that this time against the Texas Longhorns, they're going to choke hard in that one. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So let's get back to this one, though. And so Mike says they got Spencer Rattler. Well, Rattler he looks very rattled out there. I'm going to call him Spencer Rattle. Is what I'm going to call him. Let's see. All right, so Arkansas was ranked number 13 after that beatdown that Georgia gave them versus Mississippi that also took a nice-looking L versus Alabama. So the battle of who's going to rebound, I'm going to take Mississippi in that one. At home, I think Mississippi offense comes out to play, and they'll just beat Arkansas. I think it'll be close, but I'm going to go Mississippi over Arkansas on that one. I just didn't like what I saw in that last game. Michigan State versus Rutgers. I got Michigan State winning that one. Michigan State is a pretty solid team, a team to keep an eye out for in the Big Ten. BYU versus Boise State. I've got BYU winning that one. Wake Forest versus Syracuse. I think this is going to be a close game, very close. I've got Wake Forest barely beating Syracuse. down in Syracuse. Let's see. SMU versus Navy. SMU's ranked 24. I'm going to go with SMU. Georgia versus Auburn. I got Georgia winning that one. Auburn wants to play a similar style to Georgia, but Georgia just plays a lot better. So I got Georgia beating Auburn. Probably final score of, if I had to guess, maybe about 42 to about maybe 21. Penn State versus Iowa. Now that's a matchup. That's a matchup right there. But I got the Iowa Hawkeyes winning that one. I think Iowa wins that one 38-16. I think they put Penn State on blast. I think they show the world that Penn State is not a top 5 team. I'll go ahead and say it right now. Penn State is not the top 5 team in my book. I think Iowa beats them and shows convincingly that, yeah, Penn State should not have been ranked that high. I've got Notre Dame. Let's see, Notre Dame versus Virginia Tech. I wouldn't be surprised if Virginia Tech upset them, but I'll go Notre Dame to win on the road. Bama over Texas A&M. Yeah, I got Bama over Texas A&M for sure, without doubt. Not even close. Let's see, New Mexico versus San Diego State. San Diego State will beat New Mexico, and that's all the games for sure. So now we've got the kickoff on the way. Let's see, he goes all the way to about the 22-yard line. So, yeah, we covered all the games there. Probably got to catch up on a lot of these comments here real quick. So, okay, 80 Sword fan has Florida in that matchup. Okay, so everybody's got Florida. Yeah, Vandy's not going to show up. JB loves Spencer Rattler. And so I like Willis. And so I didn't see Liberty come up, so I wonder if they have an off week this week. They probably have an off week for Liberty this week. Let's see, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Carr takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it to the back, and he's met in the backfield. Josh Jacobs was met in the backfield. There are no gain on the play. And this Chargers team, they are flying to the ball. The Raiders, they're going to have to try to get some stuff over the top. Sword fan says, Mike, I pushed JB's buttons. I think that's the objective here. Let's see, 2nd and 10. Carr out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Chargers send 4. Carr trying to run for his life. He's still on his feet somehow. He's looking. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. It is caught by the right receiver. And there's a flag. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I believe that was Willie Snead with the reception, if I'm not mistaken. All right, unnecessary roughness on the defensive tackle on 15 yards to that play right there. So now we're looking at a 1st and 10, ball at the Chargers' 48-yard line. Yeah, that was a good call there by the ref. Can't do that. Just can't do it. Let's see. Mike says Ole Miss. Mississippi State. All right, they hand the ball to Josh Jacobs. He's running, trying to make something happen. Gains about a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play. That's going to be 2nd and 8 at the Chargers' 46-yard line. All right, so here we go, 2nd and 8. Best drive so far from the Raiders. Darren Waller goes in motion. Up. And we've got a Charger that moved. That'll be neutral zone infraction. Let's see. Mike says Wake big. And so I hope that's the case. I want to see Wake Forest win the ACC this year. I was thinking long and hard about who's going to win the ACC. I would love to see Wake Forest win the ACC. Let's see. 80 Sword fan says Penn State wins. So we'll find out. We'll find out. I think the Hawkeyes will win, but we'll find out. I think the Hawkeyes will win big. I honestly think they're going to win big. Like 38-16, something like that. We'll see. Carr takes a snap. He's moving. He's on the run. He throws it, and it's caught. by Darren Waller. When you throw it to Darren Waller, good things happen. That'll be 8 yards. And that's music to my ears for my fantasy team. And so 80 Sword Fan says the Raiders need a touchdown here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the Chargers' 23-yard line. The Raiders trying to make this a game again. Carr up under center. Got a fullback in the backfield. He goes in motion. They hand it to Josh Jacobs. He's running. He's got the first down. Gain of 10 yards. Takes it all the way down to the Chargers' 13-yard line. They are 13 yards away from the end zone. First half was all Chargers, and if the Raiders want to win this, they need the second half to be all Raiders. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. I'm sorry, that's at the 22-yard line. Fullback goes in motion. Hands it to Josh Jacobs. He's running. Gets about 2 yards. And let's see, Mike, did that pizza ever arrive yet? That Papa John's. Let's see, 2nd and 9. Okay, so Carr, no backs in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. It's caught. Renfro keeps his balance and gets the first down. Oh, they say he's just short. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. All right, so Carr up under center, quarterback sneak, and he easily gets the first down in that quarterback sneak. All right, so the Raiders, they've got that first down, 1st and goal situation coming up. So far on this drive, 8 plays, 66 yards, 4 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock so far in this one for the Raiders. We've got a Chargers defender down. It's going to be looked at by the medical staff. All right, let's see. You say next play, touchdown. So, hey, that would make this a game. That would add some excitement here, especially if they threw it to my guy, Darren Waller. Just help my fantasy team out that much more. Throw it to him. And so Mike says things, Shaq the missed time. And so, yeah, I mean, we've had so many injuries. Like, my goodness. Let's see. Let's see. Mike says the sports blitz can't catch a break. So, yeah, it is. It's been really tough. I know all the injuries that his team has got. I mean, I know it's had to be tough for him. It's got to be real tough for him. Let's see. Mike says he is the Panthers' second best linebacker. And so you hate to see all these injuries happen, especially when the team was doing so well, got off to such a great start. You start to see the potential in the team, and then you hate to see that happen. You hate to see it happen. So, absolutely. So, 80s horror fan says, "Hey JB, my cable went out last night at the Pats win. LOL." We've got jokes. I see. We've got jokes. We've got jokes. Unfortunately, that was not the case. It was not meant to be. Fate just would not have us win it. But we came close. Not that it means anything. Carr takes a snap. He's looking under pressure, and he's sacked. He is sacked on the play. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards. So now that's 2nd and 13 at the Chargers' 15-yard line. I agree with Mike. That was a low blow there. But good job by Derek Carr not losing the ball. All right, 2nd and 13 out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking. And he throws it to Jacobs. Tries to make a guy miss. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Mike says, no moral victory. There is no such thing as a moral victory. No such thing as a moral victory, at least not for the Patriots. No, that was not a moral victory. We lost. That's an L. So we just got to deal with that. Right now, we're a 1-3 ball team, and we got to hope that we can find a way to beat the Houston Texans. We're on to Houston next week. We are on to the Texans. Let's see, 3rd and 8. Carr in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking. He steps up. He throws it, and it's caught by Hunter Renfrow. I got to remember to start starting this guy in my fantasy league because he is getting a lot of targets and stuff. So I might need to consider that moving forward. But yes, touchdown. Touchdown Raiders. Let's see. Mike says, if you can't beat the Texans, pack it up. Well, I think it's going to be close. Kick is up, and it's good. I mean, just like against the Carolina Panthers, Houston Texans, they showed up a little bit until Carolina finally in the second half were able to get to go away from, run away with it, I guess you can say, in the second half. If they had Tyrod Taylor, they'd be a much better team. But unfortunately for my team, we don't have the offense that you guys have. Like our offense has struggled in some games. I mean, against the Jets, we barely mustered enough points to win that one. So, the defense did great, but 17 points, something like that. So our offense doesn't score a lot of points. So if you're only scoring about 16, 17 points in a game, if a team scores a touchdown, they'll be in the game. So, and that's just how our offense is. I tell you what, I won't make the mistake that Tampa almost made against us. I won't assume that we're just going to walk in there and blow these guys out, especially knowing that we got a young quarterback and a team that's going through some transitions right now. So I just hope we come out with the win. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's by 1 point. I don't care if it's in overtime. It doesn't matter to me. Just come out with the victory. But yeah, extremely glad for the Raiders to score a touchdown, get on the board here. So now 21-7. If the defense for the Raiders can get back to playing like they did earlier before the Chargers started scoring on those last couple of drives, then we can have a game. this will put my fantasy, like, I feel like all of my fantasy football teams right now after this week, we're going to be I'm going to be 2-2 across the board. Like, two of my teams, I started off 0-2, but the last 2 weeks have been really good. The first one, I won the first week, lost the last two, and I should be back in the winning category in that one. So my fantasy teams across the board are 2-2, but this is a great week all around for all three of my teams. All right, kick is on the way. All right, we're going to get a return. And he's still running. 25. Oh, if only he could have stayed on his feet. All right, Justin Herbert up under center, takes a snap, hands it to Austin Ekeler, and Austin, he gains 6 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 33-yard line. '80s horror fan says, my fantasy team is in big trouble. Randall Cunningham hasn't thrown a touchdown since 1998. He may have his best chance yet. Let's see, 2nd and 4. Herbert up under center. Hands it to Austin Ekeler again, and this time he's rumbling. And second effort says he gets the first down on the play, gain of 4 yards. And that's going to take them all the way to the 37-yard line of the Chargers. All right, Herbert up under center, one back in the backfield, 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. They motion the tight end, take the snap, fake it to the back. He's got time. He's looking deep, and it's dropped by Keenan Allen. That's one that Keenan Allen usually catches more times than not. If it touches his hands, it's usually a reception. All right, so now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. All right, 2nd and 10. They got 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Fakes the pass, hands it on the draw. And Roundtree gains about a good 8 yards on that carry. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 2 situation from the Chargers' 45-yard line. Let's see, 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun formation, Herbert takes the throw. Well, actually, he hands it off to the back, and he's caught. That'll be no gain, so that's a stop right there for the Raiders, one that they really needed right now as we have about 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Big time stop to get the offense the ball back after they just scored and see if they can score again. Oh, they're going to go for it. 4th and 2. They fake it to the back, and they throw it to Cook. Got the first down. How about that? The Chargers have shown a willingness to go for it in this game. Got to love the aggressiveness. Early on in the game, it was the fake punt, and, hey, they said, we're just going to go for it. We're playing to win. So first down there, 1st and 10. Let's see. Mike says, I can tell you're unbiased. Bills coach McDermott is fantastic. Hey, he's done a fantastic job in Buffalo. He really has. Herbert up under center. Takes it. Fakes it to the back. He's backpedaling. He just throws it up. Incomplete. Just threw that one away. 2nd and 10. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Herbert takes a snap, fakes it to the back, throws it, and it's deflected at the line. Well, not even at the line, in the backfield. So that's going to be 3rd and 10. And this Raiders defense, they're getting in the backfield. I mean, shoot, you probably could have called 74 for holding on that, honestly. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun formation. Herbert takes a snap. Raiders send 4. Herbert sacked on the play. What a sack by the Raiders. He lost 5 yards in the play, so we're looking at a 4th and 15 from their own 46-yard line. All right, good clean snap. Punt's on the way. All right, so we're looking at a 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 19-yard line. So, yeah, now we have a situation here where the Raiders can really make this a game if they can go out here and find a way to come up with a touchdown on this drive. We'll see if they'll be able to follow up that last touchdown they had on the previous possession. Now that the defense has made a stop, got them the ball back, it's up to the offense. We know that the Raiders, they're a second-half team. They do fantastic in the second half, and let's see what they can do here when they get the ball back here in the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in this one. I mean, it's nice when I check my sports app and I see all of these basketball games playing, even though they're preseason games, but just to see these games again. Mike is worried that he will not get to see Peterman in this game. I mean, there's some serious, concern that you won't get to see him in this game. Some serious concern at this point. But they say never say never. Let's see. I mean, my goodness. I mean, just knowing at the start of the NBA season is going to be October 19th, guys. Like, the NBA is right around the corner. I seriously need to figure out how I'm going to go about scheduling some of these, like basketball games to stream in addition to these football games. But, yeah, you guys will definitely be up to date with that. So make sure you guys do press the thumbs up button. And those who aren't subscribed, if you're watching the stream and you're not subscribed, do make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you'll be notified in terms of when I set up my future streams and stuff like that. So definitely make sure you guys are subscribed for that. Coach Dante, what's good, man? What's good? Oh, man, Coach Dante, I know your Houston Texans will be playing my Patriots next week, man. So, hey, best of luck to both teams. Certainly hoping my team comes away with the victory, but I know it's not going to be easy by any means. Any means. And just to verify, just to make sure that I'm under the impression Tyrod Taylor is still going to be on IR next week. Please tell me that's going to be the case for next week and that he's not going to be returning for that game. Is that accurate, Coach Dante? Definitely let me know. Mike says too close to call, Coach. Let's see, 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun formation. They motion Waller to the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's going deep. I see a lot of air up under this one. Henry Ruggs, incomplete, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. I knew he was going to Henry Ruggs because you can see how much air he put under the ball in that one. So that means he wanted Henry Ruggs to run this one down. And pass interference on the defense. And that's against Asante Samuel Jr., who I was extremely high on. I thought he was the 2nd best cornerback in this draft class this past year, right behind Patrick Surtain. Or should I say Patrick Surtain second. All right, so here we go after the penalty. 1st and 10. Chargers 27-yard line. All right, they got a lot of guys bunched up. Takes a snap, hands it to the back. And, yeah, it's going to be a gain of 0 yards on the play. That's Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber had a big game last week filling in against the Dolphins. Let's see, Mike says, we got a sympathetic flag, folks. Let's see. JB, should that be a flag? Based upon how referees always call those passes, I say that was a pass interference call right there. I'll say that was. Just off of the nature of the rule. Carr up under center. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. Steps up. Throws it. And it's caught by Darren Waller. My guy, Darren Waller. Got to get him in the end zone. Got to get him in the end zone. He belongs in the end zone. At this point, I've already won my match, but hey, we want to take it out on them. And so Mike says, I'm going to listen to the rest unless I fall asleep, but I'm out of here. Good show as always, JB. Hey, appreciate you so much, Mike. Definitely do understand we've got work in the morning. And yeah, that 40-minute delay, that was big. All right, Carr takes a snap, hands it to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs rumbles for about 7 yards up the middle. So now we're looking at 2nd and goal from the Chargers' 3-yard line, I'll say. Now, this is where the Raiders have got to be careful because this is usually where Alex Leatherwood usually comes up with some type of penalty or something to move them back. So he's got to remain disciplined. Yes, I'm calling out him specifically because he's known for giving up a penalty that move the offense back. All right, so Carr in the shotgun. They fake it to the back. They're looking. He's trying to throw the ball. He just throws it up there, incomplete. Great defense by the Chargers on that one. Now we're looking at 3rd and goal from the Chargers' 3-yard line. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter. 1 minute, 51 seconds left to go. If you're the Raiders, you're thinking touchdown right now. Like, that's all you're thinking right now is a touchdown. This is huge, a very huge 3rd down for the Raiders. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun. Carr takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. He's thrown in the direction of Darren Waller. And Darren Waller with the touchdown. There you go. Touchdown. How about the Raiders? A 3-yard touchdown catch. Carr to Darren Waller. And it's about time. After the slow start to the game, Darren Waller heating up, doing what superstars do best, and that's making plays. And now Derek Carr, 16 to 23, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns so far in this one. Big-time players make big-time plays, they say. Kick is up, and it's good. It is good. 21 to 14. So that's a big-time catch. Yeah, big-time catch because they desperately needed to make sure that they came away with a touchdown as opposed to a field goal. I feel like that would have been a big difference in that one. But, hey, 21-14. So now we're getting closer to where my projection, there may not be as many points, I don't know. But in terms of it being a close game, there we go. So now we've got a game. So can the Chargers respond and get some type of points? I'll tell you this, though. I'm glad that I started Justin Herbert this week. I have not started Aaron Rodgers in that league ever since week 1 when he went out there and embarrassed me that first week. I've been sticking with Justin Herbert, and I'm happy with that decision. Let's see. 80 Sora fan says, it's nice to see a quarterback throw more than one touchdown pass last night. Okay, last joke. Well, joke's on you because the other quarterback didn't throw any touchdown passes in that game. So it wasn't our fault, okay? Our quarterback threw a touchdown. You can't say the same about the other team quarterback. Real funny, though. Really funny. But, yeah, I mean, this is what I expected to see. Stats like that, 2 touchdowns, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, 3 touchdowns. And we're still in the third quarter. We still got one more quarter to go. And just like this game took a delay to get started, it took the same thing for these offenses to get started, especially for the Raiders. But, hey, they're here now. And you see the Raider fans. I mean, this is one of the 2 last remaining teams that's currently undefeated. All right, so let's see. The kick is on the way. Will we get a return? We will get a return. The 10. The 12. Trying to get to the 15. And gets to the 15. But let's see. You say if Raiders win this, they are the comeback kids like every game. No lie. No lie. Absolutely. I mean, it's teams like this that are extremely dangerous when you're talking about late in the season or in the playoffs, because in their mind, they're never out of a game. They'll never give up. They'll constantly continue to fight to get back in the game. And when a team does that, look out, because their confidence will never waver throughout the course of a game. And just like that, a touchdown can spark a comeback at any given moment. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Herbert takes a snap. Raiders send 4. He throws it. Keenan Allen gains about 9 yards on that play. And, man, does he love him some Keenan Allen. I wanted so badly to get Keenan Allen on my fantasy team. I was able to get Mike Williams, so I'm still happy about that because Mike has been a touchdown machine so far this season for the Chargers. But, yeah, I know what Keenan Allen means to this Chargers offense, especially when he gets going. 1st and 10. I'm sorry, 2nd and 1. Takes it. Hands it to the back. And the back gains about 2 yards on the play. And that's Roundtree up the middle for 2 yards. All right, so now 1st and 10 at the Chargers 26-yard line. All right, he takes a snap. Oh, they called a flea flicker. Herbert's going deep, but to who? Yeah, that's not gonna. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I like the Chargers' aggressiveness in this game. Can we get a replay to see if he made it off on time? Like maybe his foot was still on the grass or something. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Herbert looking. Throws it to Jared Cook. And that's the 1st down. I love when Herbert throws it to my guys out there. I've got Cook and I've got Williams. That makes me happy. I know my team's already won, but it doesn't mean we can't rub it in on our opponents. Herbert up under center. 2 seconds left in this quarter. Takes the snap because some couple guys moved up front. This might be the Raiders. I mean, good job by the Chargers if it is against the Raiders to be able to get them to get a neutral zone infraction against the Raiders. That's what I'm thinking the call is going to be. I mean, we got all 6 officials right now talking. That's on the defense. I know, right? Hey, some flags will get me riled up more than others. I will say that. All right, here we go. And John Gruden's telling Derek Carr to make sure that he keeps throwing the ball to Darren Waller. He's like, I don't care what you see, throw it to that Waller guy. That's what I'd be telling him right now. All right, Herbert up under center. Well, that's going to be the game. I mean, the end of the 3rd quarter. All right, so yeah, at the end of the 3rd quarter, we've got the Chargers with the ball, and they've got the lead 21-14. But the Raiders, they've scored 14 unanswered to make this a game. Strong 3rd quarter performance by the Las Vegas Raiders to be able to get 14-0 unanswered. But here we are in the 4th quarter. Raiders defense has got to come up big here, try to get a stop and get the ball back to this Raiders offense, which seem to have found their zone right now. So you say the 3rd quarter flew by. I mean, there wasn't a lot of I guess you can say play stoppage and stuff. So 3rd quarter did fly by. It did. You say you're calling overtime. I would not call overtime. I would not call overtime due to the delay and all like that. Yeah, definitely want to get some sleep in after this. So yeah, I am not calling overtime. I'm like, someone win this in regulation. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers scored on this drive, though. I was about to say, is that a Justin Herbert commercial? Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because, I mean, Baker Mayfield got his after, really just his rookie year. So, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But yes, he's got a commercial. I guess it's the first time I'm noticing it. Good for him. Good for him. All right, so at the start of the fourth quarter, it's 1st and 5 for the Chargers. Justin Herbert up under center. Guidance in motion. Takes it. Hands it to the back. Roundtree gains about a good 2 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. All right, let's see. 2nd and 3. Herbert out of the shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Hands it to the back. And, yeah, Roundtree gets the first down. Picked up about 4 yards on the play. All right, so we've got Herbert up under center, takes it, fakes it to the back, throws it, was up under pressure. That's got to be incomplete. Yeah, that's got to be incomplete. No flags or nothing. That was not catchable, incomplete. But my goodness, did Herbert have to throw that up under pressure? You say, damn, another first down. Yeah, I've got the Chargers scoring a touchdown on this drive. We've got a Raider trotting off the field, and that's Jefferson, the injured player. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Raiders' 48-yard line. Yeah, he hasn't been able to really connect on the deep ball other than that one time that he did connect to Jared Cook in this game. All right, 2nd and 10 out the shotgun. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Herbert takes a snap. Raiders send 5. And, yeah, he overthrew the back, and I can't blame him, honestly. I mean, that pass rush has been in his face for a good part of this game. There's your boy. Or at least Mike's boy, I should say. 3rd and 10 out the shotgun. Got trips at the top of the screen. 1 receiver at the bottom. Herbert has pressure, but he steps up. Ball is just tipped. He had Jared Cook, but the ball was just tipped. But there is a penalty. Oh, holding on the offense. Come on, man. All right, so it looks like they're going to punt the ball. Let's see. Ajashak says big 3rd down. And so, hey, that was a big-time play right there. Herbert stepped up. He had a man. It's just defensive back made a play, tipping the ball on that one. That was one heck of a play. So the Chargers lined up in a punt formation. They faked it one time earlier. Would they really consider doing it again? Punt's on the way. Henfro's going to return it. Takes it to about the 14-yard line. So the Raiders will start off 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Can the Raiders score again? They've scored 14 unanswered. They seem to have the momentum when it comes to moving the ball. Can they do it again? Okay, you've got Carr up under center. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. He's looking. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. And, of course, Henry Ruggs III. My goodness. What a play. And Henry Ruggs III. I know he didn't look that impressive as a rookie, but my goodness, he is stepping up here in year 2. "51 yards. 1st and 10 at the Chargers' 35-yard line. Carr in the shotgun. Motions a receiver in the backfield. Takes it. Fakes it to the back. Throws it to the receiver in the backfield. He makes a guy miss, and he gains about 5 yards on the play. And that was Jones. So now we're looking at 2nd and 5 from the Chargers' 30-yard line. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Fullback in the backfield. Back gets the carry, gains 2 yards on the play. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 3 from the Chargers' 28-yard line. If you're the Chargers, if you're able to hold them to a field goal here, you consider that a win right now, considering how the Raiders' offense is moving the ball lately. If you're the Raiders, you got to get this first down here. Get the first down and try to tie this thing up. You've got the momentum. You got to utilize it. 3rd and 3. Chargers 28-yard line. Derek Carr in the shotgun. They've got 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen, but Derek Carr is going to call a timeout. Got to make sure you get this one right. Look at that second half for Derek Carr. 11 of 12, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions by either quarterback in this one. This is the matchup. This is the game I thought we would be getting tonight. This is really important because if the Chargers win this game, you have 3 teams in the AFC West not named the Kansas City Chiefs that'll be 3-1 in the division if the Chargers win this. If the Raiders win this, they'll have the sole first place in the division. Raiders in the shotgun. Carr takes a snap. He's looking. And the pass rush gets to him. He held it too long and was sacked. Big time sack by the Chargers on the play. And that's Covington coming up when you need it the most. And that's a loss of 6 yards. Going to force the field goal attempt by the Raiders. 14-21. Let's see. I got the Raiders kicker on my fantasy team, I believe. I'm not sure which one. All right, I've got the Raiders kicker on one of my fantasy leagues. He hasn't done much tonight. All right, here we go. 4th and 9. Kick is up. Kick is on the way. Kick is bad. Kick is no good. No good. He missed it. That's going to hurt the momentum. You have an opportunity to put points on the board. You've been doing so good in the second half. And then you trust your kicker. He goes out there and he misses. Wow. That's a big miss. Believe me, I know a little something about missed field goals after last night, so I can tell you that's a big miss. 80 Sword fan, you got to like that. The fact I took that joke myself there. So let's see. Where are we? 80 Sword fan says they should start Carr in the second half. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, if they did that, maybe he's a guy that he has to play bad in the first half, and then in the second half he'll play good. So if you start him in the second half, he won't have enough time. So let's see. Ashak says Carr just gave up. He really did on that play because I felt like he could have got the ball out quicker, and he could have got the ball out quick. So come on, what a miss! And so clutch from the Chargers. Bend don't break. That's what you got to do. Bend, don't break. I had a feeling you'd enjoy that joke. I had a feeling that you would. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, it's still a good game. If the Raiders can keep doing everything that they've been doing so far in the second half defensively, getting that pass rush back on Justin Herbert, not allowing him to go out there and have his way, then yeah, they can get the ball back for this Raiders team. Raiders team moving the ball. They just got to connect and capitalize on these opportunities. That missed field goal is big, but there's still plenty of time with 10 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. It's just a one touchdown game. Chargers up 21-14. And so, yeah, just looking at my fantasy team, I mean, Jared Cook, pretty big game at that tight end spot. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Herbert up under center. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And that's Roundtree. Gains about a yard. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 9. Ball on the Chargers' 43-yard line. They have yet to score here in the second half. You have to think it's just a matter of time before these Chargers find a way to score something here in the second half. But if the Raiders defense has anything to say with it, things will continue that way. Herbert up under center, one back in the backfield. Hands it to the back. This time it's Ekeler. Okay, so Ekeler gets about 7 yards in the carry, takes it up to about the 50-yard line. So we're looking at a 3rd and 2 situation. Big 3rd down. If the Raiders can get a stop here, that would be big. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Chargers up by a touchdown with the ball. Near the 50. Takes the snap. He's looking. He throws. And Keenan Allen with a drop. Wow. That's one that Keenan usually catches. But yeah, what a drop. Can't have that. Let's see. 80s horror fan says, did you see the internet go crazy over Bill Belichick's minute his son became the unexpected star of Tom Brady's homecoming? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, oh man, what a game that was last night. But the Chargers going for it again on 4th and 2. 3 receivers at the top of the screen out of the shotgun. Herbert takes a snap. Raiders send 4. He's throwing it, and it is caught by Jared Cook. Jared Cook has been cooking up this defense all game long. When they look in his direction, he's been catching them. What a play. Big-time players make big-time plays. It's just that simple. All right, out of the shotgun, Herbert throws it. Keenan Allen again. And that's a gain of 4 yards. All right, so Keenan Allen, he's got 7 receptions for 36 yards. I think now is a good time to take a deep shot to Mike Williams. Second and 6 out of the shotgun. Herbert takes it. Hands it to Ekeler, and he gets the first down. Gain of about 6 yards on the carry. So Eckler on the night, 12 carries for 82 yards so far in this one. All right, so Herbert in the shotgun formation. Looks over the defense. You've got two receivers at the bottom of the screen, one back in the backfield with him, takes a snap, hands it to the back. That's Roundtree. And Roundtree still rumbling forward, still moving his legs. Offensive line jumping in, moving to Powell. Probably a yard shy of the first down. That's a team effort to help him get that many yards. And that's a sign that this offensive line, they're hungry right now. They want to move this defensive line. And heck, when your offensive line's moving like that, you've got no choice but to run the ball. But look at that. Roundtree was moving all those Raiders by himself until the offensive line came and helped him. Herbert up under center, two receivers at the top, fullback and back in the back. They hand it to Roundtree. He's met at the line, but I think he gained enough for the first down. Gained a yard on the play. Again, we've got 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this game. Chargers have the lead. Chargers have the ball. Chargers at the Raiders 17-yard line. On this drive, 8 plays, 41 yards, 4 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock so far. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Herbert up under center. Eckler's in the backfield. Herbert's looking to pass. He steps up. He's going to run. And Herbert gains 6 yards on the scramble. What a run up the middle. Second and 4. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. So far, Herbert, 25 of 38, 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's up under center. Guiding in motion towards the top of the screen. Hands it to Austin Eckler. Eckler's running. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Chargers. How about that? How about them Chargers? Their first touchdown of the second half, and what a big touchdown that was. It is a touchdown. There it is. And wow, with about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game, the Chargers finally score in the second half. What a play. 10 plays for 58 yards, and that took 5 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Extra point is good. So the Chargers are up 28-14. If the Raiders are going to come back in this one, they're going to have to pull off one of the more impressive wins of the season to do it. What a play. What a play. Justin Herbert and company. This is why I have 3 Chargers on my fantasy football team. This is exactly why. Well, actually, I've got 4 if you include all my teams. Absolutely. And so let's see. Adishak says that might be it. Let's see. The Raiders, they have 2 timeouts. They've already burned 1 timeout. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this one. They have been able to score, but their drives are probably taking about 4 minutes to score. But you have to think that at quickest, they probably can score maybe 2 minutes and something off the clock. They're going to have to probably rely on an onside kick if they're going to have a chance to get the ball. Well, they're definitely going to have to rely on an onside kick, you'd have to think, unless they scored like really quickly off a kick return or something like that. So it depends on how quickly they can score, but it might just be. Let's see. So everybody's ready to warm up the bus now. They're saying that this might be it. But I'll see it through. Let's see if the Raiders can show us something here. I mean, anytime you've got a guy with the speed of a Henry Ruggs the third, if you get him one-on-one, you take that deep shot. You just never know. Or maybe they get a good kick return. Who knows? Kickoff is on the way. All right, so, yeah, no return on that one. I did no such thing. Yeah, JB would not have guaranteed the Raiders win. Not coming down to the Chargers, knowing the Chargers already lost a game and seeing how they beat Kansas City, wouldn't have did it. Wouldn't have did it. Nice try, though. Nice try. Let's see. 1st and 10 at the Chargers 25-yard line. I mean, the Raiders 25-yard line. Carr's looking, throws it. It's caught. That's Renfro. Second and 5 at the 30-yard line. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Raiders have to have some sense of urgency. Out of the shotgun, no backs in the backfield. Carr takes a snap. Chargers send blitz up the middle, and Carr just throws that to the ground. And that stops the clock at 4 minutes and 48 seconds. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Let's see what's going to happen. Who wants it more, the offense or the defense? Carr out of the shotgun. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Chargers send 5. He throws it. And it's caught, but I'm not sure what the receiver was trying to accomplish. It looked like he just stood there, Edwards, and waited for the defense to come tackle him rather than try to get that first down. You got to lower them shoulders and try to get that first. But here we go, 4th and 1. Drake is in the backfield. Let's see if they'll hand it to him. They fake it to Drake. And Hunter Renfro. Carr knows where to go. When the money's on the line, he's going for Renfro. All right, here we go with a 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Carr takes a snap. Chargers send 4. Bosa providing pressure. Carr's going deep. And it's Henry Ruggs the third. It's like I said, if you catch him on a deep one, that's it. But, oh, man, he let the points go right through. Like he overthrew him. You can't overthrow that one. You cannot overthrow it. That's where an elite quarterback will hit that pass. You know, a good quarterback can do good to this moment, but an elite quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, that would have been on the money. Aaron Rodgers, that would have been on the money. Elite quarterbacks would have hit that one on the money. They're going to call unsportsmanlike against Joey Bosa. What? What? Are we really doing this in a game like this, situation like that? We're going to throw a 15-yard penalty for a guy showing a little energy? This is beyond me. Carr out the shotgun. He steps up, feels the pressure, gains about a yard. Great job by the Chargers defense on that one. 2nd and 9. Ball at the Chargers 47-yard line. There's still 3 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 9. Carr's going to line up in a shotgun. There's no backs in the backfield. Carr takes a snap. Chargers send 4. Carr's going. Throws. Picked off. Picked off. Picked off. Wow. Wow. That interception, yep, that's going to do it. First turnover of the game, and what a costly time to do it. Costly time to do it. 80 Short Fan says, now it's over. That's game. Absolutely, guys. Yeah, that's the game there. Derek Carr trying to make a play. Yeah, nah. So that's a wrap. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Chargers. They hand it to Austin Eckler. He's running. He's running. Still running. Stays in bounce. Great job at the Raiders 36. Now let's try to melt this time off the clock. Oh, my bad. I skipped this. Let's see. Bodo Winner. Hey, appreciate you so much for joining the stream, man. Glad that you're here. Thank you so much for stopping through. This is the first time I'm seeing you here. So, yeah, appreciate you being here, and definitely make sure, if you enjoy this content that you do subscribe to the channel, because I do a lot of play-by-plays throughout the course of the season. So, therefore, you'll be notified when I have these play-by-plays. But, yeah, thank you for coming through. And you said good thing that you picked up Carr in your fantasy. Oh, boy. And so, absolutely. And so, absolutely, yeah. And, hey, there you go. But, yeah, in terms of Derek Carr, he's been having a great season so far, honestly. I got Darren Waller, so I'm always rooting for him to throw the ball to Darren Waller in fantasy football. But I also got Justin Herbert as my quarterback, so I'm happy. I got him. I got Mike Williams. I got Jared Cook. In my other league, I got Austin Eckler, so I'm happy with the Chargers. I invest a lot in the Chargers in fantasy football, so I need them to have a good game every game. But what a game Austin Eckler's had. 145 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. Fantastic. Let's see. You say, okay, so, hey, appreciate you for coming through. And you know what it is. The next time we have this stream will be Thursday for Thursday Night Football. So definitely appreciate you and look forward to seeing you next time. But, yeah, take care. I think I skipped this one here. And so, let's see. Bodo says, hey, only 28 more people and you can start getting donuts. Hey, exactly. The countdown is so real. But, hey, I'm appreciative of the journey. Definitely, I love stuff like this in terms of just having people to be able to interact with and just the community that we've built so far here. Absolutely loving this. I could not have asked for a better channel. I've only been doing this for now. It should be my 10th month now, so 10 months now. Got a birthday coming soon in November, so definitely looking to get that mark before we hit November because my birthday hits extremely early in November. So this has been a dream. Absolutely. Yes, see, Ashak says Eckler's so underrated. He really is. And so as long as he stays healthy, if he can stay healthy throughout the entire season, my goodness, like what he means to the Chargers, what he means to fantasy football owners. He's absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. I noticed I got a couple guys in one of my fantasy football teams I'm a little concerned about. I picked up Miles Sanders. He's not getting carries. I don't know what to do with that situation there. I got Antonio Gibson. At least he's getting touchdowns now. But, yeah, I'm highly concerned about those two. I've got Damian Harris as well in that same league. So, yeah, my team's at the running back position in that particular league is in some trouble, I think. But, hey, that would definitely put it over. That really would put it over if Tom came through again. But I'm still appreciative of what Tom did. That was big looking out there And so really, really happy that he, had that raid come through my channel. I met a lot of great people that came through that raid. So I'm really appreciative for sure. Meanwhile, it's 3rd and 8. Herbert up under center. They hand it to Roundtree, and Roundtree loses a couple yards, loses about 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 4th down there. Should take it to the 2-minute warning so the Raiders will get the ball. And let's just say they're going to have one of the best finishes in history. If the Raiders are going to even bring this to overtime, better yet, win it. And so let's see. Ashak says, my prediction for 1K was almost correct. All the way back in the Hawks 76ers series, I said around November, and I was really close. And so, hey, absolutely, I do remember that. The Hawks 76ers, that's going back. I mean, we've just seen so much growth since then, because at that time, how many subscribers did I have around February? Probably around 200-300, maybe low 300s or mid to high 200s around that time, I'm thinking. So absolutely. Let's see how Shaq says. It'll happen by the end of October probably. So that's what I'm anticipating. Like, I try not to put a time frame on it, just let it happen when it happens. But I'm just guessing it could be probably within the next 2-3 weeks. Sundays are big for me. Sundays on game days seem to be the day that I gain the most subscribers throughout the week, just based upon the content that I put out with all the injury news. Typically, I'm gaining about 7, 8, 9 subscribers on a Sunday. Monday is about 4 or 5. The rest of the week is just a wild shot right now, given the time of the year that it's at. But we'll see. A lot of factors come into play. I cover basketball as well. So maybe, with basketball season heating up, that might increase things as well. But I'm just enjoying the journey right now. Let's see. Bodo says, okay, luck to you. I've seen a few of yours, and you've done it, and you're done it good. So keep it up. Great work. All right, so appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, definitely. Each stream is very unique. I've noticed that. There's some times where you notice I'm over there like all energetic and stuff in terms of just wanting a certain team to win. Others I'm more neutral in the game, but definitely, it's been a great learning experience, and I've definitely come a long way. I will say that. I've definitely come a long way. So I'm very appreciative of it, and thank you so much. Let's see. Around 262, I think. Okay, so yeah, that'll be at mid 200s. That sounds about right around that time. But yeah, I remember those streams for sure. I mean, I could go probably one half before actually seeing somebody maybe show up when I first got started. And so I remember those. Are the Chargers about to try a field goal attempt here? Okay, so the Chargers are going to try a long field goal attempt, it looks like. All right, here we go. 4th and 10. Oh, okay, so they actually punt the ball out of the field goal formation. Oh, what a bounce. What a bounce. Wow. One heck of a play call. I like it. I know Bill Belichick loved to call those plays where he looks like he's going for it on 4th down, but he'd have Tom Brady punt the ball on 4th down and stuff like that. But very creative play call. And I will say this, the Chargers, they brought out all the stops in this one. They really did their research and practice in terms of just trick plays, way to give themselves a competitive advantage coming into this one. All right, so Carr out of the shotgun. Chargers send 5. And that's going to be incomplete. He tried to get it to Darren Waller. That's going to be incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Chargers are showing blitz. They send 5. Carr steps up. Carr is running. Carr slides. The clock's going to keep running. All right, out of the shotgun. Carr takes a snap. Chargers send 5. Carr steps up. He's throwing. Incomplete. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 7. Yep, I remember doing my my early season projections, and I projected that the Chargers were going to be a playoff team. So far, I've been right about the Chargers. I've been right about the Cardinals so far this year as well. Happy about that. Just some of the teams that I remember off the top of my head that I've been right about. I've been right about the Tennessee Titans, seems like, so far in this one. I remember a lot of Tennessee fans gave me hell about saying the Titans weren't going to go like 15-2 or something like that. But we'll see how they finish. And Carr looking to try to make a play. Incomplete. Incomplete. So that does it. That does it. Now the Chargers will be able to take a knee and run this one out. So this makes the AFC West that much more interesting. Now we're looking at 3 teams that's going to be 3-1. The Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers. The Chargers will be they'll be the Chargers. All 3 teams will be 3-1. Ash says, well, rest in peace, my prediction. There you go. There you go. So the Chargers come up victorious in this one. Herbert takes a knee. So that's going to be a game there. He's going to continue to take a knee. Nothing the Raiders can do about it. They've got no timeouts. First loss of the season. So that means we've only got one team left that's undefeated, and it's the Arizona Cardinals. Who would have thought the Cardinals? Not even me. I've probably harped most, like other than maybe some diehard Cardinal fans, I probably hyped up the Cardinals more than any other person I could think of on YouTube. But even I cannot say that I thought the Cardinals would be the last team standing going down 3-1. Nor can I say that I thought the Chiefs would be in last place this part of the season. So that's surprising to me. I knew there was a lot of talent, but hey, there's a lot of talent in this division. So yeah, the Chargers, the Raiders, the comeback kids, were not able to come back in this one. And the Chargers took care of business in this one at home. And wow, what a division we have. What a division we have. So 28-14, that's the final score in this one. Thank you guys so much for coming out for this stream. Definitely a little tired here. That delay of 40 minutes definitely made a difference there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But thank you guys so much for being a part of the stream. I'll definitely be back out here Thursday night for that Thursday night matchup that we'll have. And the Thursday night football matchup is, I know I looked at it earlier with that's right. It's the Rams and the Seahawks. That's what's going to be playing Thursday night. So you best believe I'll be back here for that one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and see you guys next time. Have a great night.